Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we are going deep on Bob Proctor and his teachings. As mindset coaches, we're all about helping our clients unlock their potential. But sometimes I think we need to upgrade our toolkits too, right?
Absolutely. And, Proctor, he had this really interesting way of explaining success that clicked with people. He talked about aligning your frequency with your goals. And honestly, it's not as mystical as it sounds.
Okay, I'm intrigued because, we talk a lot about vibes and energy with our clients, but what did he actually mean by frequency?
Think of it like levels of vibration. Everything operates on a certain frequency, from the smallest atom to the largest galaxy. And yes, this includes our thoughts and feelings too.
So are we saying that our thoughts are literally like sending out waves, like a radio station?
It's a really powerful analogy, and Proctor, he wasn't afraid to use it. He pointed out that our thoughts are a potent form of energy, like cosmic waves that attract similar energies. Remember those old cell phones? Didn't matter how far apart, as long as they were tuned to the same frequency, they could connect.
That's a great way to explain it. So if we're constantly thinking about lack, we're essentially like tuning our frequency to attract more lack.
You got it. And that's why, Proctor was so adamant about understanding thought as energy, not just some fleeting things in our heads. As mindset coaches, we know how powerful, focused thought can be, but Proctor takes it to another level by emphasizing this energetic connection.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. But then it makes you wonder, if we're such powerful creators, why do we sometimes feel so stuck? Why do those limiting beliefs keep popping up?
Yeah. That's where Proctor's emphasis on decision-making comes in. He noticed that many of us, we let our current circumstances dictate our choices, So we stay in that job we hate, or we keep putting off that dream project because of fear or self-doubt or whatever.
I've definitely seen that with some of my clients. They get caught in a loop of, I'll start when, or I can't because. It's like they're waiting for the perfect conditions to just magically appear.
And Proctor's brilliance is that he doesn't sugarcoat it. He says straight up, you must make a decision. Not just think about it, not just wish for it, but actually make a committed decision, regardless of the current limitations.
Because that decision itself is an act of aligning your energy with your goal, even if you don't have all the steps figured out yet.
Exactly. It's like saying to the universe, this is what I'm choosing, now show me the way. And when you make that kind of committed decision, you automatically start shifting your frequency to match your goal.
Now that's what I call a power move. So we're not just talking about positive thinking here, but a deeper level of energetic alignment through our decisions.
And that leads us to another key concept from Proctor: paradigms. Those mental programs we inherit from our families, society, culture, all that stuff, they're running in the background of our minds, shaping our perceptions and influencing our decisions.
Right, like a default setting that keeps us thinking and acting in predictable ways.
Yeah.
And often those paradigms are filled with limiting beliefs that keep us stuck on a low frequency, right?
Absolutely. Proctor challenges us to become aware of these paradigms and consciously choose to shift them. He says you can't keep thinking from the frequency of your current reality if you want to reach a higher level. You have to shift your thinking to the frequency of your goal.
So it's about recognizing those limiting beliefs and choosing a new operating system, one that supports our desired outcomes. I love that analogy.
You know what I find particularly fascinating? It's how Proctor links this to the idea of our spiritual DNA. It's like he's saying that this desire to grow, to achieve, to become more is hardwired into us.
Wait, spiritual DNA. Tell me more about that.
Proctor describes it as our inherent perfection-seeking expression. It's the force within us that's always pushing us to expand, to reach our full potential.
So those feelings of dissatisfaction, of wanting more, are actually signs that our spiritual DNA is urging us to level up.
It's a brilliant reframe, isn't it? We're so conditioned to view dissatisfaction as a negative, but Proctor suggests it's a natural impulse, our inner guide pointing us toward greater fulfillment.
This could be huge for my mindset community. I can already see how this concept can help my clients understand and embrace their desire for growth. Instead of judging themselves, they can see those feelings as fuel for their journey.
Exactly. And it's not about becoming someone else or chasing some external standard. It's about aligning with the truest version of ourselves, the one that's encoded in our very being.
This is so powerful. I feel like we've just cracked open a whole new level of understanding. I'm excited to see where we go next with this.
Welcome back. It's really fascinating to, delve into Bob Proctor's work, isn't it? He had a real knack for making these profound concepts so accessible.
I totally agree. And one of the things that really resonated with me was his emphasis on the power of decision. It's so easy to get caught up in all the mindset techniques and strategies and all that. But Proctor reminds us that none of it really matters if we don't make a clear, committed decision.
That's so true. He often used the analogy of a car, You can have the most powerful engine, the best navigation system, but if you don't put the car in gear and hit the gas, you're not going anywhere.
I love that analogy. It's so simple, yet so profound, and it really highlights the difference between, like, just wishing for something and actually choosing it. Right.
Right. And Proctor was very specific about this. He said, it's not about waiting for the perfect moment or for all the answers to magically appear or any of that. It's about making the decision first, even if you don't know all the steps involved.
It's like we have to trust that the path will unfold as we move forward. And I've definitely experienced this in my own life and seen it with my clients. Like, when you make a true decision, things start to fall into place, almost as if the universe is, like, conspiring to support you.
That's the power of aligning your frequency with your goal. Proctor believed that when you make a committed decision, you shift your energy, and that energy attracts similar energies. It's like sending out a powerful signal that the universe responds to.
So it's not just about taking action, it's about, like, aligning our energy first.
Precisely, and that alignment starts with a decision. Think about it, When you're truly committed to something, your thoughts, your feelings, your actions all start to move in the same direction.
This is so helpful for me as a mindset coach. It's a reminder that I need to guide my clients to make those powerful decisions, not just like set vague goals or create pretty vision boards.
And it's not just about setting any goal, it's about aligning with goals that truly resonate with their deepest desires, with their spiritual DNA, as Proctor called it. Remember, he believed we all have this innate drive for growth, for expansion, for fuller expression.
Right. That inner yearning for more, for better, for something bigger than ourselves. It's not a flaw, it's a feature.
Exactly. And it's a powerful reminder that we're not meant to stay stuck. We're designed to evolve, to transform, to become the best versions of ourselves.
But how do we help our clients break free from those old patterns, those limiting beliefs that keep them playing small?
Oh, Proctor had a lot to say about this. He talked about the importance of recognizing those limiting paradigms, those mental programs that are running in the background, often without our conscious awareness.
It's like we're operating on outdated software that's no longer serving us. But how do we upgrade? How do we reprogram those old beliefs?
He emphasized repetition and consistency. Just like we create new habits through repeated action, we can rewire our minds by consistently exposing ourselves to new ideas, new beliefs, new ways of thinking.
So it's about feeding our minds with, like, empowering content, surrounding ourselves with people who inspire us, and choosing thoughts that support our growth.
Absolutely. And this is where our role as mindset coaches becomes crucial, I think, We can provide our clients with the tools, the resources, and the support they need to identify and shift those limiting paradigms.
We can help them understand that those old beliefs are not facts. They're simply thoughts that have been repeated so often that they've become ingrained in their subconscious.
Right. And we can empower them to choose new thoughts, new beliefs, new actions that align with their true potential.
This is so empowering. It reminds us that we are not at the mercy of our past conditioning. We have the power to choose our thoughts, our beliefs, and ultimately our destiny.
And, Proctor's teachings, they were all about helping people realize that power. He believed that each and every one of us has the potential to live an extraordinary life. A life filled with purpose, joy, and fulfillment.
It's about recognizing our inherent worth and claiming our right to create a life that reflects our true desires.
But it's important to remember that this is an ongoing journey, not a destination. Just as we commit to a daily practice of physical exercise to maintain our physical health, we need to cultivate a daily practice of mental and spiritual exercise to maintain our inner well-being.
This means being mindful of our thoughts, challenging limiting beliefs, and making conscious decisions that align with our goals and values.
And it's about embracing the journey with all its ups and downs, knowing that each experience, each challenge, each triumph is an opportunity for growth and expansion.
This has been such an inspiring exploration of Bob Proctor's work on frequency and decision-making. What are your thoughts on how these concepts can be applied in practical ways?
Yeah, I love that perspective. It's a journey, not a race. And speaking of practical application, I'm really curious to hear your thoughts on some of the specific tools that Proctor recommends for aligning our frequencies with our goals.
Well, one of the most powerful tools, and one we use all the time as mindset coaches, is visualization.
Visualization, of course. But how does that like tie into Proctor's teachings on frequency?
Well, Proctor believed that when we visualize our desired outcome, we're not just creating a mental picture,
Hmm.
we're actually generating energy. Remember, he said our thoughts are like cosmic waves,
Mm.
and when we focus those waves on a specific goal, we start to attract the people, the resources, the opportunities, all of that align with that vision.
So it's not just about daydreaming. It's about creating like a clear, detailed mental picture and really feeling the emotions as if the goal has already been achieved. Exactly. The more vivid and emotionally charged the visualization is, the more powerful the signal we're sending out to the universe. And as mindset coaches, we can really help our clients create those compelling mental movies that'll accelerate their manifestation process.
I often guide my clients to, engage all their senses in their visualization. Like,
Yeah.
what does it look like, sound like, smell like, taste like, feel like? The more real it feels, the more powerful the impact.
Absolutely. And just like any skill, visualization takes practice. The more consistent we are with this practice, the more we strengthen our ability to hold that high frequency vibration and attract our desired outcomes.
Speaking of consistency, what about affirmations? How do they fit into Proctor's model of frequency and manifestation?
Well, Proctor believed that affirmations are a powerful tool for reprogramming our subconscious minds. Remember, he talked about those paradigms, those deeply ingrained beliefs that are often running on autopilot. Affirmations are a way to consciously choose new beliefs, new thoughts, new patterns.
So it's about replacing those old limiting beliefs, the I can't and the I'm not enough, with new empowering statements that align with our goals.
Exactly. And the key is to repeat those affirmations with conviction, with feeling, as if they are already a reality. It's not just about saying the words, it's about embodying the feeling of those words.
I've often tell my clients to imagine their actors playing a role. If their role is to be confident, successful, abundant, they need to step into that role fully, embodying those qualities in their thoughts, words, and actions.
That's a great analogy. And the more we repeat those affirmations, the more we create new neural pathways in our brains, literally rewiring ourselves for success.
It's so fascinating to see how science is catching up with what, spiritual teachers like Proctor have been saying for decades. We're literally changing our brains and our energy fields through our thoughts and beliefs.
And as we shift those inner frequencies, our outer reality starts to reflect those changes. It's like we become magnets, attracting experiences that match our new vibration.
This has been such an eye-opening deep dive into Bob Proctor's work. It's a reminder that we have so much more power than we realize to shape our reality.
Absolutely. And as mindset coaches, we have a responsibility to empower our clients, to claim that power, to step into their full potential and create a life that aligns with their deepest desires.
I'm so excited to share these insights with my community and see how they apply these principles to transform their lives and the lives of their clients.
Yeah. Remember, it's all about frequency and decision. Choose your thoughts wisely, make bold decisions, and watch as your dreams become reality.
Thank you so much for joining us on this deep dive. Until next time, keep those frequencies high.